Hello and welcome. Maybe I should introduce myself because I haven't done that in my previous videos. So, my name is Aniela. I like to sew, knit, and crochet. I like to create pieces. So, I've been sewing for 4 years now. 4 years ago, I bought my first sewing machine and I fell in love with it. I was crocheting and knitting before I started to sew. Actually, my first crochet hook and my first yarn my mom bought me when I was 11, maybe. And since then, I have been continuously leaving it and picking it up again. So today, I wanted to talk about my dream knitting projects for maybe 1 year ahead. I have been seeing this trend, let me call it a trend, on YouTube, that knitters made these videos about 9 makes, so 9 specific projects. I think it was quite a trend last year or even 2 years ago, and I actually created a list of mine. However, I wasn't really successful in completing it. I thought this video will be my motivation to finally get to it. What I loved the most about this Make 9 challenge is that it requires from you to really think about the pieces you would like to make and be more conscious about, the patterns you pick, the colors, the yarn. Basically, you are focusing on what you really need, and you're not over-consuming, you're not overbuying, you're rather focusing on creating very special and unique pieces that suit you. You don't really need that much, you know what I mean? So I was thinking about doing it because I caught myself buying even secondhand yarn, and I have a lot of single skeins that I don't know what to do. Well, I've done this one, for example. I really like how scrap projects look like. If you don't know what scrap project is basically like a piece of clothing or accessory made from different types and different colors of the yarn. And it's nice, it's good, but I think this style of scrappy projects don't necessarily resonates with my style. It's okay if it's a small accessory like a scrunchie or maybe a bag. From time to time it's okay, but in general, when I think about the clothing I wear, I prefer more toned colors and definitely unified. I love to wear pink, white, and definitely pink, white, and blue. These are the colors I usually pick. Maybe black. I'm not quite sure if I want to do anything in black. However, it is a color that I usually wear. And also gray. I'm thinking of a gray piece as well. I just want a basic wardrobe, if you know what I mean. Actually, there is one sweater on the list that has a pattern, but I will explain you why. So the first thing is a sweater number 14 by my favorite things knitwear. That is actually something that I'm currently working on, and maybe you will see it before even this video comes up. This is actually a pattern that I bought a couple of years ago and tried to make it However, I think my skills were too poor to accomplish it. And I tried to do from secondhand yarn as well, and it was kind of difficult because I kept running out of yarn. I didn't make a gauge swatch. I didn't use the exact needle size that was recommended, and therefore the yarn, and it was a whole mess. I left it and it's actually still unraveled in my yarn, so I have to repurpose it for another thing. However, this sweater I'm doing from Drops Flora and Drops Alpaca Silk Mohair, I think, in baby pink color. It's coming so soft and so beautiful. I already love it. At this moment, I'm almost at the end of the project, so I'm very happy. The fit is great. So basically, I wanted an oversized sweater. I'm using the pattern that I already bought, so this was also on my list. Because I didn't want to waste it, so I decided to finally make it from a yarn that is high quality, and I chose baby pink because one of the colors from my color palette for these projects is pink. Second project is cardigan. There aren't many cardigans that I really love. And it's super hard for me to find exactly the style that I like. I love the vintage ones. Like, for example, this one. This is a cardigan. However, I wear it like a sweater because I never unbutton it. It is kind of what I want to do with this cardigan, like wear it as a sweater. And I also picked this project because I would like to try to make buttonholes and put the buttons on the sweater. I don't think it will be really hard. I mean, I can do it on the sewing machine, so why shouldn't I do it on my knitted pieces? For the inspiration, I chose these sweaters. First one is in white from a Polish brand, Berenika Czarnota. She is a Polish knitwear designer, and she does these beautiful, mostly chunky sweaters. This one particularly is from a very old, I think one of the first collections that she released, and I've been loving it since. It is beautiful. It is chic, it is basic, but not basic at the same time, if you know what I mean. I'm not sure about the V-neck. I would actually prefer to make a crew neck. I think it is knitted, double knitted, front and back. I tried double knitting before and it seemed like it takes so much time, but I think if you learn it you can also pick up some speed. So yeah, I was thinking to maybe free knit it myself, draft a pattern, let's say, because I think it is quite simple, or at least I will make it simple. Just one panel for the back, 2 panels for the front with just the neck shaping. Then for the sleeves, I think it's kind of a rectangle sewn on the inside and then sewn to the main body, and some ribbing for the edges, and that's it. I don't think there's much to it. It's quite boxy, the fit is quite boxy, so yeah. The third project from my list is a cable knit sweater. I haven't decided yet on this project because I really like this cardigan. A cardigan that has these cables on the front and on the sleeves. It is quite cropped and I love this about it. It has also a little high neck and yeah, it seems so cozy and so fluffy. I will definitely need mohair yarn for this one, and it's also chunky, so I think it will knit up quite quickly. I loved the idea of a big cable knit sweater as well, and I'm not yet decided on the color. I would love it to be white. However, I'm not sure if white will be the best choice, as it is a cable sweater. I just imagine it will be beautiful in red, but I don't like wearing red. So I have to think about it. Maybe I will do it in blue, or maybe like a cream color. Cream would be nice, yes. So I have to think about it. I'd like to use merino or mohair, as I said, if I choose the cardigan to do it. So this is like a cable knit sweater or cardigan or a normal crew neck sweater. Then we have rib turtleneck vest. I just love wearing turtlenecks and I think it's a great layering piece. I mean, I'm wearing a turtleneck underneath my sweater right now and I do it a lot in the winter, mostly because it just gives me extra warmth. I was thinking about doing it in gray or white, definitely ribbed, definitely close to the body. Actually, I have two options. Or I do the ribbing all throughout the body of the sweater, but it don't even have the seam for the neckline. I just continue with the ribbing up to here. Or I do a very large part of the ribbing and then continue with a stockinette until the turtleneck, and the turtleneck is ribbed as well. I've been seeing this style of sweaters, cardigans that have this huge portion of this ribbing and then normal, let's say, stockinette or whatever, and I think it looks amazing. So yeah, or this or just normal 2x2 rib. Okay, on to our fifth project, which is the Porcelain sweater by Lynette. Pictures that she shows this project includes two of my favorite colors, so blue and white cream. And I really wanted to get into Fair Isle knitting. I think it's incredibly beautiful and you can create very unique pieces with it. It just gives me this vintage vibe of a sweater. If you see a sweater in a thrift shop that has this beautiful Fair Isle detail, 90% of the time it is vintage and it is made out of real wool. I just think it's so pretty. I can't say anything more about it. It has an oversized fit, which I like. I will definitely make it in the colors that she presents the sweater in. And she uses needles 3 and 4 millimeters. So it isn't that chunky of a sweater, so that's good as well. It will definitely take some time to make, but I think it will be also a super relaxing project. I used to make these headbands, like really thick headbands with ribbing on the inside, and on the outside I was making some ferrule patterns that I found on Pinterest, and it was just the most relaxing thing. Yeah, so I really enjoyed it, and I want to make a sweater with this kind of design. Project number 6. I wanted to make a set of hat, gloves, and a scarf. I know these are 3 separate pieces, but if you think about it, if you make it in one color of yarn using more or less the same pattern, and it's kind of like one piece, right? Because it's a set, you can't separate it. So I would like to make them probably in white. However, I'm also considering light blue, as it is one of my favorite colors. And yeah, I want them to be really fluffy, really cozy, like nothing really special. Maybe just like a beanie with the ribbing, so it's quite chunky. And yeah, the scarf also, I like it to be a huge, that I can wrap myself a couple of times with. I think I will freehand it, because I have done hats, scarves, and I actually haven't done a scarf yet. I haven't done a scarf yet. It always seemed so uninteresting to me, because it is just a large piece of knitted fabric. But yeah, I would like to have this set. I think I'm lacking like matching gloves, hat, and scarf. Project 7. We're almost finished here, and we are moving on to the knitting machine. So the first project I wanted to do for a long time is a maxi length skirt, and this one will be a project for summer, I think. Even if it is a maxi skirt, I know it could be also in the winter style. If I do it from like warmer mohair, no, I have already bought the yarn. I have white cotton yarn, and I have a lot of it, so I think it will be just perfect and enough for completing this maxi length skirt. So for this, no pattern needed. Again, I have just a vision in my mind and my body measurements. I just want it to be like a simple, flowy A-line long maxi skirt, and that's it, with an elastic waistband. Yeah, very simple, very chic. I wanted to make it before next summer, so stay tuned for that video. Knitted pants. I would like to make a pair of long knitted pants, a little bit wide leg, like a straight leg, let's say straight leg, but not close to the body, like a loose jogger, let's say, but you know, this kind of that are popping all over, you know, the straight leg pant. If I had to do it by hand, I would spend half a year struggling with this thin fingering yarn that I would like to use, because I think the project will look the best if it is on the thinner side. There is like one pattern that I found and really loved, the Lotta pants by Le Fil du Coeur. They released this beautiful pattern for shorts and longer pants. with an elastic waistband, exactly how I imagine my pants to come out. However, I have really limited time. I have a lot of projects in my mind, not necessarily only connected to knitting. That's why I wanted to speed this process a little bit. So I think I will just freehand it again, just make a simple pattern, starting from the top, because I want to make it folded for the casing. Then I'll do the increases for the crotch area, and then knit straight down, nothing too difficult. I would like to make it from cotton yarn as well, I think. I have to still choose the color. I would like cream, white, or maybe like a fun color, like a shade of pink or blue. Always in the color scheme. Always stick to your color scheme. Otherwise, it is possible you will not wear the piece. On to my final 9. Knitted dress. I already made one, but it wasn't for me, it was for my friend. So for me, I would like to make, I was thinking about a maxi length and deep U-shape cut at the back, so open back, chic long sleeves, flowy cotton yarn. I've been seeing these beautiful dresses all over Pinterest, Instagram, everywhere, and since they've been so popular, I know I can find them in any store practically. Yeah, but why buying when you can have the satisfaction of making your dream dress yourself? Am I right? With this beautiful thought, I would like to thank you for watching this video, and I hope it gave you some inspiration as well. For me, it was, and it is definitely motivating to put up a video of all the projects that I have in mind. So thank you so much again for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!